It's now my pleasure to invite the chairman of KLIYD, Senator Khairul Azwan Harun, to present his welcoming speech. Senator Azwan, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and salam negaraku Malaysia. Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Muhammad Najib Tun Abdul Razak, Prime Minister of Malaysia. Yang Berhormat Datuk Seri Hishamuddin Tun Hussein, Defence Minister and Special Functions Minister of Malaysia. Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Diraja Dr. Zamri Abdul Kadir, Chief Minister of Perak. Yang Berhormat Datuk Wira Mas Ermiyati, Deputy Tourism Minister of Malaysia. Distinguished speakers, Excellencies, Ambassadors, Members of Parliament, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I wish to begin by extending a heartfelt welcome to all the participants and international delegates who have joined us here today. As with the first Kuala Lumpur International Youth Discourse that was held in November last year, the success of this event depends on the variety of opinions that you bring with you. It is our hope that your ideas and proposals for a stable future come vastly different from mine and the colleagues sitting next to you. It is through diversity of ideas that we, as a society, can grow together. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Muhammad Najib Tun Abdul Razak has long been an advocate for youth empowerment. He was, after all, with us when we launched last year's Kuala Lumpur International Youth Discourse 2016. In the spirit of last year's KLIYD, Prime Minister Najib has both been stern when it comes to national security, yet he is open-minded when the youth have something to say. The key takeaway from KLIYD 2016 may have been the new norm narrative that our Prime Minister had introduced, that countering terrorism starts with the need for a more holistic approach where everyone in the society has a role to play. Environment, inequality, healthcare, the quality of living, these are all interconnected with national security. Just as Datuk Seri Hishamuddin Tun Hussein has emphasized earlier, how we prepare for these issues today will determine our ability to overcome these issues in the future. He also reiterated the importance of our traditional men in arms, how they will still remain crucial as we face new rising threats. For your information, Datuk Seri Sir, this year we are very delighted to feature new speakers, such as Datuk Seri Dr. Zamri Abdul Kadir, the Chief Minister of Perak, who will bring his perspective on inequality and how we can tackle intellectual terrorism. And we also have outstanding speakers, such as His Excellency Dr. Dino Patijalal, Indonesia's former ambassador to the US, Dr. Sashi Jayakumar of the Rajaratnam School, Singapore, Ms. Alex Allison from the Northwestern University in Illinois, USA, Dr. Edin Khoo of Pusaka, Malaysia, and Dr. Renat Siu, our very own expert on climate change and sustainability. Let's give them a round of applause to our invited speakers. This year, Datuk Sri Sir, KLIYD 2017 goes further by looking at threats of the future, threats that go beyond potential arms conflict alone. We believe this has a great significance to many in attendance today, where issues on job security, cyber threats, and the climate change will be more important in the next 30 years to come. The rapid change in technological advancement brings about a great sense of optimism and opportunity, in particular in the field of healthcare and other sciences that can be of great benefit to our society. But as with any advancement in human history, new threats and uncertainties will transpire. Ladies and gentlemen, many of you in attendance today are about to graduate, and some are just starting out your careers. The convention that a graduate is assured employment does not hold water today, not necessarily due to the economy not growing or universities failing in adequate academic standards, but the disruption in technology that will deem some professions to be obsolete. This is a reality, and one that the youth of today will face. The low estimate is that in 20 years, 35% of jobs today will be computerized. We already see the effects of this in our toll highways, fast food drive-thru, and even how we pay our bills. Yes, it does make our lives easier, and that is why KLIYD 2017 tries to understand how the impact of automation and job security will be a topic for many years to come. I know many here are aspiring lawyers, accountants, bankers, doctors, but these professions, once deemed unreplaceable, seem to be most at risk with legal outcomes, affordable accounting software, and accurate health advice all can be done through a simple click. Datuk Sri Sir, today we often hear privacy is deemed to be a fundamental right, but the reality is we are becoming more open in sharing our private life, especially on the social media. 10 years ago, when we talked about cyber security, we meant an antivirus for our PC. Today, the threat of cybersecurity not only affects our identity, but it can have an overreaching impact on political outcomes too. The idea that a nation can come under attack without a single shot fired against it, but yet be paralyzed in defending itself, is something inconceivable in the past. I know the government takes this topic very, very seriously, and the recent setup of the Cyber Security Committee under the Ministry of Communication and Multimedia is a clear sign that such a threat is becoming more and more real. Ladies and gentlemen, the issue of climate change has become a topic very close to many here today. Malaysia is not excluded from this global phenomenon. The past few years, we have seen heavier rainfall and increase in temperature that impacts our local produce, which could also impact issues on food security too. Antarctica holds 90% of Earth's fresh water, and it is melting at a speeding rate now, 60 years ahead of schedule. With higher water levels and rising temperatures, tropical storms will have a heavier punch to pack. That could be devastating for a region like ours. Storms such as the one that flooded Penang recently may become more frequent. Millions will be displaced. Billions of ringgits will have to be spent on repairs. Food supplies need to be planned and protected systematically when natural disasters occur. Food productions may run the risk of discontinuation. We are the first peoples to feel the effects of climate change, and we are also the last to have the chance to do something about it. We can no longer waste our time squabbling over small things like weekly fuel prices. Soon, there won't be much fuel left to fight over. 2017 realizes that the impact of the global economy also means that the issue of race relations in Malaysia does not just impact Malaysians, but foreign nationals coming to Malaysia for employment. In a few months' time, Malaysians and many of young people in the room today will be making a very, very important decision, one that impacts their future, not just for the next 5 years, but how Malaysia will be in the year 2050. It is my hope that Kuala Lumpur International Youth Discourse 2017 will add clarity in the government's decision-making process and further enhance the stability that the current government has to take on these security challenges. On that note, I would like to sincerely thank our Prime Minister, Datuk Seri Muhammad Najib Tun Abdul Razak, for taking the time to deliver the opening address for this discourse again. Indeed, the fact that the Prime Minister is here highlights the importance of what we are discussing today for the future of this region and generations to come. We very much look forward to hearing the opening address by the Prime Minister, who himself has worked tirelessly in preparing our youth for a better future and for Malaysia future-proof. In closing, I wish to quote the late Allahyarham Dr. Surin Pitsuwan, or Pak Halim, former Secretary General of ASEAN, who was here with us in KLIYD 2016 as a guest speaker. For Dr. Surin, now and always, we are committed to the realization of building a caring and sharing community through helping one another, ensuring peace and prosperity, and protecting the people of our region and of our neighbors. I wish all of you will find the discussion throughout the day insightful and resourceful. Let us all work together to secure a stable and safer future. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.